Bonhoeffer saw that German pastors were afraid to get their hands dirty by not getting involved in the real issues of the day. Even in the confessing church, their realm of influence remained doctrinal. Bonhoeffer was not going to put up with this inaction. So, if you look at your copies of the Septuagint there, oh, sorry, I mean your tutorial paper. You won't get that till after. I just filled the paper out with consonants, actually. You know, like Hebrew. Initially, anyway, the Hoff was found preaching and teaching against the Nazi regime, and for this he was silenced and banned to speak publicly. But we see that his brother-in-law, Hans von Danyani, was working for a counterintelligence agency named the Abwehr. Danyani was able to get Dietrich a job in the Abwehr, and that made it look like he was just a pastor avoiding military conscription, where he was really, you know, working against the Nazis. Did Dietrich Bonhoeffer? Maybe his life was a redaction through the original eyes of the author. Or maybe it was rhetorical flourish. So his position in the Abwehr allowed him to roam freely through Europe. He had the passports he needed to go and visit relevant resistance movements, striking up conversations with British officials and church leaders in the resistance in other countries. He would have all these meetings and trying to propose a post-war German government in the light of Hitler's decline. Was Bonhoeffer doing the right thing? So it seemed like he was a real spy of sorts. Was he really effective?
Oh, who cares, mate? We want some concrete example. Existential, homiletical, whatever. Examples here, man.
Like, what is the relationship of mixed marriage and Ezra Nehemiah? Okay, well, let's get started. The Abwehr was involved in Operation 7, which posed as a propaganda mission for the Nazi regime, but was really the smuggling of 7 Jews out of the country. This operation was a success, but later to be the reason that Bonhoeffer was caught and executed.
Well, this Bonhoeffer sounds like a lovely guy, a good Aussie bloke. Go the Wallabies.
Hurry up, Jensen, your part's only supposed to take 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah. Well, let's get started. They were adamant that the only way for resistance success was to kill Adolf Hitler. Bonhoeffer was aware and involved in the planning of 2 assassination attempts. Both of these attempts amazingly failed. They failed to go off. The bomb was smuggled into his plane and didn't go off. A week later, a military guy was with Hitler while he walked through a war exhibition, willing to light bombs in his pocket to blow up Hitler, but the bomb didn't go off. It seems like they were a little ineffective, right? So even if Bonhoeffer was willing under God to kill himself, these attempts were ineffective. So that's all we have for today. Keep up your reading of Lyman and Dillard, and next week we'll talk about Bonhoeffer and the Minor Prophets.
So, Alan, what is your analysis and evaluation of this character? Was he effective?
Well, there's something here, bro, that maybe might slightly indicate to me that he wasn't all that effective, bro. It says here that he was hanged in 1937, bro. So he maybe did.
He maybe did what?
He maybe did.
Yeah, I know, but what did he maybe do?
He maybe did.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. What did he maybe do?
Maybe did. You know, not alive, bro?
Oh, I can't understand your Irish accent.
New Zealand, bro.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Anyway, well, it says here that Bonhoeffer was one man who, having critiqued Hitler and the National Socialist Party very early on, had decided that they were far from Christian. He soon enough wrestled with what that meant and how he could draw a line in the sand. I think a lot of anonymous Christians took a stand and ended up in prison or persecuted. But Bonhoeffer was in many ways the most extreme and the most admirable. He certainly was the best known as well. Also, because of his writings and because of his life, he is still looked back on today as one of the few who made a genuine attempt to stand up to the rigours of Hitler. That's what I said, bro. So as I would say, bro, and I really don't want to put him down here, but in regard to the Nazi regime, Bonhoeffer was not a success.
Bonhoeffer.
That's what I said, bro. But then again, in the face of mass genocide and human atrocities that took place under Hitler and his regime, it seems impossible to say that anyone was a success in their opposition. Apparently, he couldn't get the support he needed from everyone else in Germany at the time. Oh no, he's got a reference here from one of his close friends, Eberhard Bethge. This is what Eberhard Bethge has written down as a reference. In nearly all Bonhoeffer's suggestions, he stood alone. He was unable to muster the support he needed, and he was rendered ineffective in his opposition to the Nazi regime. His last resort, and indeed his only alternative, was assassination.
Assassination.
That's what I said, bro. And here too, his attempts were in vain, bro. So obviously we can't hire him as a new church history lecturer, but that's mainly because he may be dead.
You did what?
He may be dead.
Alright, we won't hire him, but mainly because he's dead. Maybe we should just stick with Miss S. She's a nice lass. But I really like his name. You know, wouldn't it be great to have another Hoff on faculty? And so I think that concludes our faculty meeting, gentlemen. Are there any big questions out there? No, thank you.